Alright guys, welcome back. We will watch the finals of the YCS Bologna together. Joshua Schmidt with Runick Bystials versus Rescue Ace on Anthony, I think Anthony L or something. Let me know in the comments if you think this is interesting. I watch the YCS all the time, and maybe a viewer suggested that maybe I will stream this in the future and then we can watch it together, or I will just comment over some games like this one, which was pretty interesting. So the first interesting thing obviously is the Runick Bystials deck, which definitely nobody was playing here besides Joshua here, and we have Rescue Ace, which is one of the best decks at the moment. So a really surprising deck that he brought here. But yeah,
the final of 2,400.
I'm not quite sure who won the dice roll here.
Joshua Schmidt.
Okay, Anthony won, starting with a pot,
leading us off with
pot of prosperity for 6. I guess that's quite nice with Rescue Ace. You have an extra deck that you can definitely banish a lot of cards from.
Deck, even in top card, against one of the most unique ones there, but
is there an Ash?
Anything.
No.
Nobody has the advantage right now.
Rota.
And let's see these reveals from Anthony.
Preventer.
That's everything you could ask for. We've got defensive cards. We've got
you can use the Rota if you want your one-card combo airlifter, right? Otherwise, Preventer is definitely nice.
Will we
I guess one of these.
Wee-woo in this final. Let's find out what he decides to pick here. And considers the options if we need.
Yeah, there's the Rota. So Rota goes into the airlifter one-card combo, Turbulence, set 4.
From the deck here,
this is the part that we in Master Duel are missing at the moment. Because we are missing the connecting piece that you will see now. Airlifter search,
off to a
emergency.
Start, honestly, and this is actually the first time that we get to comment a Rescue Ace, and maybe for once.
Which is a quick play spell that you can now use to tribute your airlifter and then special summon a Rescue Ace monster, special summon the Hydrant, activate Hydrant, search the Turbulence, and then you have 2 cards, and you have the Lifter and the Emergency, and then you can just special summon the Turbulence and set 4 if you want to use the bare bone combo.
I don't want to say it. I mean, it was Alberto speak.
And I mean, we know that Josh is on the Bystials, but the Bystials obviously are not that great against fire.
Yeah,
Rescue Ace only having fire monsters, obviously.
For us here, at least, Rescue Ace was massively represented. It was, I think,
okay, he drops the Preventer from hand instead of Airlifter from the field, but obviously also works. Now he can keep the normal summon, which makes sense, I guess. There's the Turbulence.
Chain did not convert anywhere near as well as Rescue Ace did. In fact, Rescue Ace
them talking about Unchained not converting as well as they would have guessed.
There is one final firefighter remaining, and his name is
There's the Turbulence, banish 2.
Are dropping down Turbulence, and things are about to get
effect. What you could also do is make an
from the deck here.
What a start!
Make a SP Little Knight with the Hydrant and the Airlifter, and then you could dodge an Imperm on the Turbulence. But yeah, he now has the Negate, the Destruction, I think the Reborn,
will we continue on with
and the Search card?
With plays like
Question mark?
Sunlight Wolf. This deck is in fact playing the Proxy Magician version.
So this is the search from the deck if you have Hydrant on the field.
Graveyard for
I guess Preventer.
Let's see if he actually goes for that.
Which is the other new card that we will get and we are missing at the moment.
Right. And there is a search here coming up.
Absolutely. Let's see. On the other end, Joshua obviously has a lot of ways to disrupt this field, going second with his runic spells.
Keep in mind you only need one Rescue Ace monster on the field to activate your traps. That's the Preventer being able to banish something from the grave to be special summoned, and then it has a quick effect Book of Moon once, or as long as the Rescue Ace monster is on the field.
Here from the hand, making the
Then obviously the Masquerina can go into SP.
So Josh is going to
she wants to
now and fight through these last 3 set cards as well as the IP, most likely into SP Little Knight.
Yeah, SP.
Lots of disruption and 1-card combos utilized in the Rescue Ace strategy. Probably why it's been so popular this weekend. It's just an all-round versatile deck that has so many ways to just generate advantage, control the field. But will it be enough?
Seems like he has 3 monsters and 3 spells, so
looks like it.
And sometimes you want to see more
evenly matched.
Oh, there's tip. Obviously, the brilliant start.
Here is the Bestial Rebellion being discarded from the hand.
Guess you don't Ash that even if you have it.
Going to get Magnamut most likely. Doesn't have a ton of.
But we've also seen.
synergy in
Haven't
this
we not
matchup.
seen two
Unfortunately,
ashes
he's a
in
little bit
the
weaker. Rescue Ace, a full fire engine.
in the pot of prosperity, or was it one effect that one ash?
So no light and darks to banish.
Magnamut makes
To
sense.
take advantage of
Yeah,
the Bystials,
he would
but
need to banish his own
Magnamut
Lubellion,
out
which
of
is
deck
definitely not
regardless, and
great.
I think we're going to be mostly relying on our Runicks to try and take this one down here. And we do have 3 spells in hand here, one of which is Tip.
And that's arguably the best one, so why not?
So we have the Book of Moonface down, we have a Negate,
Yeah,
we have a
this
Destroy,
matchup, is probably
we have the
something that
SP
Josh
Little
has
Knight,
played a
Banish,
lot of
and then the SP
going
Little
through
Knight
this
interaction
entire
as well.
tournament. Lots of
This is a lot, and hand cards that we don't know of.
Matchup versus Runicks.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I wouldn't be like so disappointed if I were Joshua to play against Rescue Ace. I mean, the die roll was impactful because like this is huge. Honestly,
Magnamut
you have to
target
prevent,
Lubellion, which
gives
is
you a
sad
free
if you
Book of
need to
Moon, let's
banish
say.
your own Lubellion, of course.
And I mean,
Magnamut effect.
with this hand being drawn by Joshua, honestly,
Negates
it doesn't
it.
help
Okay,
much
interesting.
Because yeah, here with the 3 setup from Anthony, yeah, indeed, he's just trying.
I think it cannot be used as link
Let's
material
just-
this turn because
I think Joshua knows
Hydrant is on the
Rescue
field.
Ace does, right?
Yeah,
Of
for
course.
sure. We're going to contain here, it looks like. That is...
Let's see if there is a response. We know you.
they definitely need to make the cards bigger.
We'll resolve.
I can't read them.
So
It's a bit too
Rescue Ace
small.
cards, for those of you unfamiliar, you have a bunch of effects that you can activate, such as special summoning, negating, as well as destroying. But they also benefit from bonus effects.
You could force the
We do
battle
have a
phase if you
Hydrant
wanted
on
to.
the field here, and
Get rid of the Masquerina and thereby get rid of the SP. But obviously,
so that you can get
The preventer
maximum
could just
value out
flip
of all of your spells and
Magnamut
traps.
down then at the start of the battle phase. So
And this is exactly the case here. Magnamut was negated, but also now cannot be used as
now the
material,
Hugin
so
play
this is
probably.
pretty big here.
I'm curious to see if we're actually in the battle phase.
Effect.
Actually, because we could have went battle phase.
Oh, Saronir. Saronir, this card is
Try
nice.
and bait out Masquerena, but
That's a great card though.
Yeah,
Discarded,
to get another
as he
Lubellion
was
in the
forced
grave,
to
I guess.
banish the Lubellion, he actually has the Saronir, which
And he's
is
used the
replacing
negate already, so the Hugin
yeah,
can.
that's a great discard here.
will
We can,
probably not be
activate
negated.
The, Hugin potentially.
Because he's also playing Synchros, he can now use, in theory,
It
the.
does get good synergy off of that discard, because now the
Oh, is
Saronir
no,
can dump
Hugin
as
is on the
well
tuner.
as searching out the
Yeah, Saronir
all-purple
dumps the Lubellion,
fountain.
that makes sense.
Saronir replacing itself here with the Lubellion, so the banish of the Magnamut, like I mentioned at the start, not a lot of synergy in this matchup because
Fountain
you're
to
really
hand.
lacking the light and darks that your opponent can facilitate for you.
It's crazy that he brings such an old strategy.
So we're going to have to use our own
It
here,
is
but
so
it's
successful.
okay. Saronir fills up the grave nicely, which means Lubellion should be able to become special summon to the field and get that all-important
Books the Hugin down.
But now Anthony decides that he needs to do something.
I guess
and
to
apparently
prevent
he's
like
about
Link or Synchro plays.
this face down, which now kind of prevents Joshua from using his extra monster zone. So could be quite problematic.
Yeah, the extra monster zone kind of important here.
So there's the
because
destruction
it is
left, and
where
we
you
have the
summon all
Masquerina,
of
which
your,
can go into
Runick
SP Little
fusion
Knight,
monsters from.
banish.
So denying
And then
the
SP Little
ability
Knight,
to, utilize that right
banish
now
once
means that
again,
we can't
second
go
effect,
things like
obviously.
Chaos Angel, we can't do our synchro plays, and really important preventer activation here. Don't forget, we also have the Masquerena online still unused.
So the Masquerina can definitely, the Masquerina into
disruption still
SP
left
can
from
definitely get rid
Anthony.
of the fountain, which is dangerous. And Hugin cannot protect
And
it.
obviously
Could
we
not
have seen
even
already
protect it if it was
Joshua
flipped
key
up.
card in the deck, which is that branded regain to just keep on accumulating advantage. But here comes the tip, even before the fountain, just because of the Masquerina threat.
I guess you can
Yeah, Runick Tip might
Search
have to try and
the
search for something that deals with
Runick
Masquerena before
destruction
we can commit our Runick
for the
Fountain field.
Masquerina kill.
Because you do not want to have your fountain disrupted here. You can quite easily protect it, generally with the Hugin, but unfortunately that's been set face down. So our next
Search
order of
flashing
operations
fire,
that
I
we're gonna have
guess.
to deal
Yeah.
with is the Masquerena, and it looks like Josh is trying to find a tool to deal with it, either
That
going
is.
for Hydrant or Masquerena here.
Absolutely, the flashing fire. Let's see what he banishes off the top. Nothing
So
too
the
relevant.
unfortunate thing is obviously that he needs to use flashing fire now before the fountain. He
There's not
cannot
a whole lot
use
of
the
one-offs
fountain.
in the Rescue Ace
So he
deck
needs
that
flashing
you're gonna
fire
be
and
getting,
another one.
quite
Okay, he uses the
fortunate
fountain.
with
Okay.
Because of the
Why?
well, actually does commit the fountain immediately here.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So I think that we're probably going to try and resolve the fountain, but I think Anthony does need to probably respond here,
Yeah.
or at least in response to
No,
the
in
Runick
response
being
to the
activated,
flashing
otherwise
fire.
on the new chain. will be able to activate the SP when chained.
Ah, he's a Quem, okay.
But doesn't seem like that's
Quem.
the case. The problem is you have the flashing fire, so you can just chain that to the Masquerena. But finally, we get to see this part of Joshua's deck. We have been waiting for a while for this Quems, and now we finally get to see one.
Yeah, Quem is.
I think it's Quems and
kind of normal summon
Cartesia,
deck here
I guess.
because it allows you to facilitate more synchro plays. It's also a light.
Two cards, one of them flashing fire,
with your
one
Bystials.
unknown.
You can send the Cartesia from your deck to the graveyard, and if you control a fusion at the end, you can return it to the hand for more resources.
Cartesia.
And does allow you to go into synchro plays here now. It's important as well because Quem is a light.
Ah, it's a tuner, right?
So
Quem's a tuner, so this is basically Baron, what's on the field now.
Value from,
Makes sense.
Chaos Angel if you decide to go
Makes
into
sense. Goes to Belion and then...
Also with the duality.
Oh, now it's level 8, now it doesn't make sense anymore.
Shuffler,
Okay.
you know, because light and dark monsters that they have, you know. Yeah.
Okay, that was a bit of a
Alright,
lag.
we're,
So
chaining
extinguish
the trap here
destroys.
because we do not want to have Lovelian resolve.
So destroy Belion.
The regained is a super important aspect.
Ah,
of the
Slumber.
deck here.
Slumber's the last card to protect.
There is a slumber. Wow.
Wow.
He will not be destroyed. He still has the
Extinguish
SP
being
Little Knight
stopped
interaction
by the
left.
Slumber protection here, so that we can keep our Lebellion on the field and on the new chain as well. Really importantly, Fountain does have 3 targets in the graveyard.
Yeah, he basically knows to go.
And this is
Little
where things
Knight.
can get really scary. Once
But he
you
can't,
start
he
resolving
can't.
Fountain,
But yeah,
can really snowball out of
Joshua has
control
done this
because that is when
nicely
you
because
generate
now,
all of that advantage
now if he uses the
in-
IP
into more
Masquerena to go into
disruption,
SP
and it
Little
just
Knight
keeps
to
going
get rid
and
of the
going until your
fountain,
opponent is depleted of resources,
he can
and
just
could
shoot
be
the IP Masquerena
advantage upon
before
your opponent of like
she
5+
links
cards.
into SP.
See if
So that
they can do
worked.
anything about
That was
this here.
clever.
This Extinguish is, yeah, just a huge
Yeah.
dodge.
And
on
now
the,
you shoot the IP.
on the Slumber,
Goes
but now
for the IP.
yeah, IP Masquerena here being activated. So we do know that Josh searched out the flashing fire.
Yeah, shoot it.
Yeah, just considering the options here before resolving this flashing fire, but I think it's very likely we're going to have to stop this Masquerena.
Yeah.
There it is. It comes down here, targeting Masquerena.
Rescue.
Taking the
Oh, that's nice.
rescue here.
Rescues the Turbulence, and then
it seems like.
Turbulence, because
Yeah.
a card was destroyed, can also shoot a card, so Turbulence can shoot the fountain. Turbulence.
And yep, seems like the chain will now resolve, and what a chain it was.
Banish. No, destroyed.
Off the top here.
Okay.
And yeah.
Now it
Huge
can go.
chain being resolved here. This was really important. We needed
Yeah,
to
this
have
was
a
a
way to
huge
deal with
chain.
Masquerena.
Now
That
fountain,
is,
and then Turbulence
most
destroys the
important part
fountain.
of the strategy is to resolve this fountain as we target these 3 spells, recycling.
But then
back
there's nothing
into
left.
the deck
How many hand
and
cards does the
drawing 3
Rescue
more.
player have, by the
You can
way?
see here Anthony is
has some.
getting a little bit outgrinded right now.
Destroys the fountain.
Now that Anthony has gone for the alert back on the
Because something was
Turbulence,
destroyed,
this is what
Turbulence
he
can
will try
destroy.
to do.
Which is definitely rough. Otherwise, the situation would
So
be
I
very
think,
good.
What Anthony is trying to do here is to dodge, or rather use the effect of the Turbulence to destroy a card on the field here, and
Well played.
that is
Very
really well
played.
spotted.
Very, very, very well played. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good play.
Very clever last card there.
Rebellion. Wow.
Yeah, that's bad
Huge
now.
Defensive plays there by
What a
Anthony.
play by Anthony.
Big spot there to trigger the Turbulence in response, sequencing that perfectly as well to make sure that the turn player priority resolves in Josh's favor so that he can then use the Turbulence as the chain link too.
And
if
that's
Yeah,
it.
true.
And that's it.
passes
What a turn by
Josh,
Anthony.
Wow.
Yeah, this should be
Unbelievable. That
game.
is Really, really
Yeah.
well played from Anthony. Josh was looking like he was maybe in the commanding seat there, but
He only needs
yeah,
to
Anthony
be aware
navigated
of the fact
really
that
well.
Quem would
Yeah, that
activate,
was,
so you can flip it
honestly,
down.
with the alert.
with Preventer,
Great play
maybe.
from Anthony. I mean, we mentioned it
Yeah.
already. YCS
There comes the
finalists
field spell,
for
being able
Sudan.
to shuffle back all
Finalists
the
at YCS
spells
is
and
no
traps, so you
joke.
can once again set it
This is
into
where things get
Turbulence.
really out of control here. We've got the headquarters being resolved here. It is just an infinite cycle that you can do with this deck, putting back your banished as well as in the graveyard, rescue A spells and traps. And
The
you
deck
can
is just
keep
strong.
resolving Turbulence and the recycling.
Sets
you
the
can
cards
just
again.
keep using these over and over and over again.
What a show off from Anthony,
Absolutely.
honestly.
Amazing.
Very
Rescue,
well
alert,
played.
extinguish, contain. The fire rescue ace strategy is just in full flow here. If you didn't
Let's see
a
whether
display of such
Joshua
from rescue ace, you've seen
scoops it
now.
up here
Anthony
and
doing
goes into the
really
next
well
one.
here to keep
'Cause, I mean,
Joshua Schmidt at bay.
with Delaware, honestly,
Seems
I think
unwinnable.
that was the game changer.
And you need time with this Runick
The
matchups,
game would
right?
have been, probably
Because they need
over
time
on
to win.
Joshua's favor, but instead Anthony found
you always have to
the
skip your battle
line,
phase.
and look at this advantage. Usually it's the Runick deck who, you know, can get ahead in terms of card advantage, but wow.
Yeah,
Gets
just
more
creating
the
so much
Turbulence
here
has a
because of
3/5
the
attack
quarters.
because of the
Hugen goes back
field
into the
spell, so he
X
can
deck,
battle over the
but Josh
Lubelion.
is
He left.
completely out.
And I mean, now he has
Yeah,
nothing,
zero
right?
cards in hand,
Against
zero
this.
cards in
He has nothing in hand,
It's just
right?
game.
Wow.
It's just game.
Yeah, that's really rough here. Josh is going to need something huge off the top here to try and
Can just give up now.
come back into this game here.
Save
but
some
I
time.
don't even know what you can possibly go for because Runick Fountain.
Not
is
sure
going to need another
why he
Runick
does
Resolve
not
in
scoot
order
up,
to
scoop
actually
up,
maximize
honestly.
its efficiency here, and well, Anthony still potentially can go for more.
Yeah, he can make
link
some
plays
extra
and
deck
main
plays
phase
if he
too,
wants
setting
to,
up-
right?
I mean,
But
whatever he
what-
likes.
what
Can go
would you
into an
do?
SP still that we haven't used yet, and yeah, we'll see if we'll see the Proxy Magician lines come out.
And this is exactly what he's going for, but not just goes for a regular SP, passes play.
Looks
back
good.
to
Ah, okay, he gets the
Joshua, who will now
Cartesia
go
back.
for the
Okay,
Cartesia.
but that's not enough.
See,
I mean,
return
okay,
to
it
the
just
graveyard
does not
here
take a
back
lot of
to hand
time
as
to
Josh
just draw the
draws
card,
return
look at
of
it,
his
and
two
then
cards
decide to
a
scoop
full
it up.
entourage of Rescue Ace spells and traps set off of that Turbulence.
I think he will scoop in a moment.
tough.
Oh, it does not.
Okay, we go for the Cartesia. One more card in hand.
Cartesia can maybe go battle phase, try and attack over the Hydrant here, but turn off the bonus
No,
effects of the Rescue Ace
cannot
first.
attack the Hydrant, or
Yeah, that's
can you?
exactly what Josh is going to try and do here, but the Preventer
Yeah, I can
activates
also
the effect.
flip it down, yeah, so...
And that
Could
could
that
set
be
the
Yeah.
Cartesia
it?
face down,
And
but
that's
Josh scoops it up! That's going to be...
Okay,
Mind
now
the
they are
why
siding, so let's skip the
Was
side
his
deck
final,
part.
as a world champion.
That's interesting. So top breakdown, top 46, we are Rescue S22, Telements 16, Labyrinth 14, Unchained 9, Centurion 6, Fire King, the new thingy 6, Pearly 6, and other 21. So interesting that they still have Telements, and Labyrinth definitely upcoming here. So let's go game 2 here. They are shuffling. Game 2. Obviously, Josh going first now if he wants.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome
Which
back.
he
Game
probably
2
will
underway here at the
want
finals
to do.
of YCS Bologna 2023. 2,488 duelists have taken part in this event, and it all comes down to this last duel here. Runick Tip is led
Solid.
with here by Joshua Schmidt. That's a good start.
Get the fountain, I guess.
Your ability
Yeah.
to just search your deck for anything is absolutely powerful. And Josh actually opting to go...
Ooh.
That's a big one. He lost to that card in game 1, and now that card is
alert.
for now at least gone.
It's a one-off, so
Singular
that's
banish off the top
impactful,
here,
definitely.
And Runick Tip hits a critical piece of the puzzle here. Going for the Runick Fountain, reason for that
'Cause you can
is,
also shuffle it back,
sometimes easier
and
to
now
play
you
through
can't.
different hand traps your opponent might have, just so you can guarantee that you get the resolution here, rather than holding out and searching the
Hugin.
fountain. It's a good
Do
way
you
to play
protect
around
the
Joel
fountain with the
Lockbird.
Hugin?
Okay, and now
does.
he's gonna
Oh,
play
nice.
around
That's a good
with
discard.
this.
Sarony is a
Wow.
good discard, yeah.
What a start.
So draw 2,
Yeah,
get
playing
another
around the Ash
fountain,
Blossom on
Sarony
the
effect.
fountain. Let's
Yeah.
see if there is some response from Anthony. He's thinking about it.
Chainlink 2 for Hugin.
So you
here,
could
as
ash
mentioned,
this Sarony if you
protecting the
wanted to,
fountain
but
from
I don't know if
direct,
that's impactful enough
contact
for...
from any sort
I
of
mean,
hand
you have to
from the
ash something,
Blossom,
right?
which
So
means that we will be able to draw 2 cards here, and then on the new chain.
you could also hold the ash for next turn's
Rebellion, and if we
fountain.
have any other Bestial in our hand, which very likely we could see here because we're drawing 2 cards, that's going to facilitate some Lebellion plays.
But for now, it seems like Anthony's
No,
fine
he
with
draws
this.
2.
It will resolve, and
Yeah, so even if Anthony drew the side deck, Droll and Lockbird, the question is, will it
Sarony
be
a
enough
dump.
here? Draw phase.
I don't know,
Runick Tip
Lubelion?
means you can't draw, and then on resolution you go to your main phase, and this is where you start performing multiple searches off of that one chain, protecting you and insulating really well. So
Okay.
hasn't come
So,
up here, but it still
I
is
think
kinda
then he has no
relevant
other
for-
Bestial in hand,
So maybe
because...
he has thrown the regained. Let's see.
Ah, okay.
Okay, he does have
Okay,
the Lubellion.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got a triple Lebellion in our hand or something, maybe? Dumping the Magnamut, that's interesting, okay.
Yeah, it is interesting.
start.
Ooh, the
Bestial
Bestial
Aluba.
Lebellion. Sorry, the Bestial Aluber.
Aluba, yeah.
This is a card that you don't see very
Crazy.
often here. We actually
Not-
haven't even
not
seen
played
this
at
in,
all, this card.
branded decks, honestly.
That is.
But the reason that this is valuable
It's a
is
tuner.
because it is a normal summon level 4 tuner that is a searchable target from Lebellion.
Mm.
Yeah, and
Nice
it's
addition.
pretty interesting card.
Such an interesting deck that he
Thanks to
plays.
Runick,
So crazy.
This allows you to get easily into Baron de Fleur, for example, pretty much like the Naturia Runick deck that, I mean, Joshua even won the World Championship
That's
with.
right. Aluba together with a Bystial is Baron
I
de
don't know,
Fleur.
maybe he just thinks 5Ds was the best year of Yu-Gi-Oh! And just wants to be synchroing as much as possible, because we are going into a 6th year, and that's going to be
Coral
the Coral
Dragon.
Dragon.
And this is exactly what I was mentioning.
Second copy of Fountain here, which means that we're going to get at least a draw 1.
And now
the
Gary
Dispelling can go for Jerry. Jerry return the
return
other
Fountain
from
and
the
then go
graveyard
into
to
a
the
Baron.
hand, resolve the Fountain if we don't have any of the more Runics, and
and draw another one, yeah. And then draw one with the Coral Dragon as well.
And then one goes to the bottom to draw a card.
So
and
only
then
one draw, we're not saving
Definitely
for a second
strong.
one here, but also the value that Coral Dragon can offer as a synchro up into 10 means that it is a tuner synchro, allowing you to access Baron, and on top of that, when it goes to the graveyard, you can draw another card. Don't we just love drawing cards?
Not bad at all.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it's a very solid
Ooh,
start, and
effect
this
failure.
failure is okay, honestly.
Yeah,
I think
it's
I'm
okay.
happy if I'm Joshua.
I also think
you're
it's not that
completely
impactful.
fine with that there.
Don't need the Fountain
Failure
back,
comes
or
down to
probably
Jerry.
don't
You
need
get
the
to
Fountain
second
back.
Fountain. I
If you
guess we're
would
only
need
gonna
it back,
have
you
to
could
settle for drawing 3
go for
cards this
another
turn,
Gary, I
watching.
guess.
We'll draw a 4th one with Coral right now. So.
Yeah, that's
So Baron,
even
then
more
draw
here.
another card because of Coral Dragon going to the
Anthony is,
grave.
really disappointed to have not drawn that all-important Droll and Lockbird, which we've seen so many people play over the course of this weekend. Really is the tech card of the
I think he
format.
has like 4 or 5 cards in hand
See
now.
one more off the top here with the Coral Dragon. Question is, do we have a way to... Okay,
Nice.
there's the regain there.
As expected, he did have the regain in hand.
Also,
and
that's why he
now
dumped the
Have any
Magna Mood,
beastie-
so he
we do
can
actually have another Bestial.
special summon the Magna Mood.
Huge.
Yeah.
Summoning the Bestial here
Cruise
just
Worm,
in order
solid.
to trigger the regain so that we can put the Jerry back into
And draw
the
another
extra.
card.
Draw 1 card. I think we're up to 5 this turn, right?
Yep.
Yeah, 5.
Awesome. Great. Cycling your deck for 5 feels great. And then the regained added resource as well on your opponent's turn. Remember, every single time that your opponent special summons once per turn, you can bring back a Bestial from your graveyard.
Pretty
And you can
strong.
send the Magnum up.
Should have
That's
a
gonna
lot
get
of
further
Runick
search in
spells in the
phase.
hand
it
now.
really is just card advantage the deck. From what I understand, I don't think Josh
You
plays
go
the
to
trap
Billion
card
and then
for
what?
Lebellion.
I think he's not playing it. Let me.
Yeah.
No, he's not.
I think he did discuss with me a little bit before the event
Okay.
if he was going to potentially try and play it just for different matchups in the side deck.
Okay,
Turns out
Gary.
that he has opted to not go for that, so another
Jerry.
Runick being activated here. I think that was the Destruction.
Gets back the Fountain.
Yeah, again, this
And now
allows
this
us
is
to go
IP
once more into the Jerry and now recover the Fountain, as it's not once per turn, and
okay.
that goes the SP Little Knight.
Solid.
The Little Knight synergy with Baron de Fleur is
Yeah, that's
absolutely
also a thing.
disgusting. You
Yeah.
can actually use the effect of Baron, negate a card your opponent
Yeah.
controls, activate Little Knight, banishing itself and the Baron until the end phase. The Baron returns to the field. Remember, Baron's effect is once while face up on the field.
Yeah.
So then
So
it
you-
leaves the field,
yeah.
comes back, and then you can use the negate again.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there are
That's
so
pretty
many
strong.
synergies, not just that. Even the regain, the plus SP Little Knight, we have seen now against Dark or Light decks makes for a very nasty
Little
combo
Knight is so
where you just banish
insane.
both, but
There's
then
no
shuffle
wonder
back
that
what you
she's at
banish for
like
your opponent,
100
and finally
euros.
your Little Knight comes back. So this
And,
deck is
that's
full
for a
of,
card that you only
intricacies.
basically only need one of in the extra deck, which
Yeah,
is
we'll see if it
just
comes up here.
insane.
Anthony does have a lot of good, powerful light and darks in the extra deck with the Cyburst engine as mentioned, Masquerena, not Decotito, he isn't actually a fire, isn't he? Yep. But yeah, there's a couple of interactions that, as you've mentioned, work really well this format, and it's probably why Regained is such an important piece of the puzzle here. But
Not quite sure if they
Rescue Ace
do something with the judges.
Did he just pass turn?
I just passed,
Anthony
okay.
just passed
Okay.
back to Joshua.
That is really.
I mean, he does not have a
unfortunate.
battle phase, right?
Yeah, I mean, there are a few duelists which I've seen. You know, I remember Dinka was in a previous format saying against the Runick decks, sometimes you just want to do for this because then they cannot really attack,
Yeah.
just keep their turn. But yeah, it's definitely unfortunate when you don't have enough.
So you maybe want to draw another
Yeah,
card so you
there's
can
a
play
world
through
you
the
can't
field,
just
right?
pass because you're not at
Makes
risk
sense,
of,
I guess.
losing the duel since they can't go to the battle
Makes
phase.
sense.
But I'm just worried that Josh might get ahead a little
Passes
too
over.
far on
Okay.
No,
Oh,
passed. Yeah,
wow,
but
okay.
it's back.
As you see, passed. So Anthony actually was really with an heads-up play here. Makes sense.
All right.
I mean, now
though,
he has to go.
We cannot really
Yeah.
play that game anymore.
Yeah.
We need to do something, and we have one additional card to do that with. So
Yeah, I guess you could.
This can
see it as
help.
Some sort of
That was
indirect
not-
1 day
not
of peace
bad.
activation. If
Yeah.
you really squint hard enough, that's just what happened. So Anthony having another extra card to have a turn here. Let's see if he can do anything about this, because as you mentioned, no Runicks were activated on Josh's turn. Josh just goes draw pass, doesn't activate any Runicks to resolve Fountain, because you will have to skip
19
another
minutes
battle
left.
phase. No point in that. So
That's
let's
a lot
see
of-
if we can hold down the fort with
That's
just the
a
SP
good
and the
amount of
Baron,
time,
as
I
well
guess.
as a mystery set card.
depending on how long this will continue.
Or Anthony might have drawn, honestly, because he's thinking about it, but
yeah, maybe he just doesn't see a line that does it. And there are still 19 minutes left in this, 26 already down, and this is gonna be a tough one for Anthony. And he
Passes
passes
over
pass
again.
once again.
Crazy.
Wow.
That is.
I mean, now Joshua can attack and he already 4,
Gosh, that's
6 on the board, right?
full like hand traps or something.
like, are the 2 Veilers? I don't know. Like,
Yeah, that's really rough here.
But
One Bystial would
Josh can
nearly be
probably
enough.
try and summon out maybe a Bystial or 2 should be enough to round out the game here, but
yeah, but maybe he has a read again.
Oh, it goes Baron
he's
effect.
gonna bounce it back. Okay,
Sure.
interesting. So Joshua probably sees
Sure.
a line where he can end this duel right here and
Takes it
goes
out to
back
Magna
to
Mood,
Baron and,
normal summon
yeah,
Quem.
does have a Quem. Yeah.
special summoning the Magnamut out of the graveyard with the tag out effect of Baron, versatile monster, Omni negate.
I mean, he can
as
just
well
go
as that synergy
into the
we mentioned
Baron
with the
again
Light,
and
but
then
also
search
returning
a
from the
Bystial in
graveyard.
end phase and have a
And our
Cartesia.
normal summon Quen's gonna dump Cartesia. That's gonna give us
So he
a
can
follow-up if we can't find a way to find
improve his
Queen here.
position.
But with a 6
And set
4,
up kill for
we
next
can
turn,
indeed just
right?
go back into the Baron before we end our turn here. But first and foremost, let's see if Josh can figure out any extra damage right now.
Yeah,
It
there goes the
doesn't look
damage.
like it, actually. Every deck has its strengths and weaknesses.
So it's
Drawing a million
5,
cards
6
and
damage.
controlling the
Yeah.
field really well is one of them, but dealing a ton of damage sometimes Runick
Now he
decks
can go back into
struggle with
Baron,
that
has
phase
an additional
restriction
Bystial in
not
hand
being
and
able
the
to put up so
Cartesia.
many, big bodies and monsters, although the Bystials do facilitate that quite nicely. But
And then
not in this situation.
Anthony
Josh
has
is
to
gonna have
play next
settle for
turn.
remaking
Or give up the
Baron.
game.
Yeah, and now there is essentially one more turn for Anthony to do something to stay in this game. Otherwise, we are gonna go to just game 3. Let's see.
Druid's Worm is added back in the end
One
phase here.
more draw.
Magnamut searching from deck or adding back from grave. Can't summon the Magnamut now to try and generate free advantage because Anthony does not control a monster, so Bystials aren't completely free. And yeah, Anthony essentially got to just pass and see 3 extra cards.
So
over the
Diabellside has got
monster.
one card to
Yeah,
special
this is
summon
it. We
her,
need to play
effect
now. We're gonna
to
go
set a
Diabell Star.
Sinful
Sending a card from hand
Spoils
here. We're gonna dump that
card.
headquarters from the hand to the grave there.
This is the 1-card combo into the Hydrant level 1 fire. Okay.
Chain the SP Little Knight here and into
Okay.
enemy controller.
Okay,
That
let's
he has
see.
to
Saw
negate,
this card in
obviously.
the side deck of Anthony. I was really curious and wondering, is that
Yeah.
a card you would bring in against Runick?
Yeah, and we just negate
So
here
the
with
idea
Baron.
is you can chain SP Little Knight when
Let's see
an
if
effect
there's
is activated
anything
and then
else from
banish
Anthony. At least we have baited both SP and Baron.
Yeah.
banish something, and now he has no target for the Sinful Spoils to
Getting the
tribute.
Sinful Spoil out of the deck
You need to
here.
tribute 1 card you control.
Yeah,
so
the,
that's not
Sinful
possible
Spoil
right
engine
now.
is
Normally
probably
you
what
would
took
use the
Rescue
Diabell
Ace
Star,
into
that's now
domination
gone.
Over the last couple of months, you probably noticed that Rescue Ace.
Though
pretty,
obviously you can still normal
Age of
summon.
Overlord wasn't exactly an incredibly consistent deck. Did have a lot of power and strength around it, but over the course of Age of
Emergency.
Overlord, the Sinful engine has just given it so much consistency as we also continue our turn. here
Definitely
with
nice.
Emergency.
He already has the Nil Knight and the Baron de
Anthony's
Fleur
trying,
effect out.
I mean,
Yeah,
But,
but is the best. Resolves. So right now, obviously Joshua not really scared by this. Let's see.
And the thing is, the Snake Eye spell that's set down on Anthony's field is not a quick play spell, so
And if we,
you cannot, like,
any more
dodge
Runicks in
something
our
with
hand,
that.
Which, you know, there's a chance that there is after drawing so many cards. That can also snowball and further into more draws off of Fountain. Here comes that emergency, bringing out the Hydrant. and
dropping
tributes from the hand,
Turbulence,
a
Hydrant.
copy of the Turbulence.
Let's see if you can
too good for
snipe
Anthony
it.
right now, but
Goes regained
Joshua
to get
on
back
the other end
Magnamut.
is gonna use that regained. That gives him so
And I mean, if he
much
now can
advantage.
use exactly the flashing
And
fire, if he has
goes
it to
for a
kill that,
flashing fire from the end.
then
That's
Sinful
one of the
Spoils cannot be
Runick's
activated. He
probably
cannot activate Hydrant because
Chainlink
it's a
1
trigger
regained,
effect.
Chainlink 2 flashing fire
An
to
ignition
destroy
effect,
the
sorry.
hydrant. And I think we're
He
doing
has
this just
used
to try and force out
not
any
used the normal
other
summon
kind
though.
of,
That would be
rescue ace spells and traps we have in our
a
hand.
remaining thing.
To stop any potential bonus effects.
Does
that
not
might
look
come
good for
down here.
Anthony.
I think Anthony might have just one card in hand.
One card?
Yeah.
That's not much.
We have a discard, then we
I
have
mean, you can always use
so,
emergency, the card you can see at the top of the grave to dodge, but it's already used. So, okay, goes alert to
Alright, that's
reborn
huge
the
here,
turbulence. That's nice.
Target the turbulence.
That's impactful.
And
Joshua needs something for that, otherwise it's set 4.
Is that rescue? I swear
It's
rescue,
rescue.
rescue and alert look exactly the same, don't they?
But I mean, he has,
I think it's
he will
rescue,
draw
right?
cards
Yeah.
and he has to drew his worm,
Target
right?
a monster in the grave, and then you can special summon it to your field. You can also bring back our opponent's cards if necessary here.
So there's turbulence,
gonna
but
bring back
it's also an
turbulence.
ignition effect, so Joshua can definitely do something against the turbulence.
Top,
There
I
comes the
think it was a
Magnamut
lifter
effect.
we hit there,
Magnamut.
but that is a 3 of, so not too worried about that.
Let's see if
And
there is
also-
anything else from Joshua to stop this. Freezing curse. I mean,
Ah, he can destroy something as well. That's right. Oh yeah,
On
that's
summon
right.
Here, turbulence is targeting the runic fountain.
Yeah, because something was
Destroy.
destroyed.
So Josh deliberating whether we want to chain another runic to summon Hugin and then protect.
I guess if you can protect, you do definitely protect, right?
because Joshua can also now just use it, and he's gonna go for
True
both the
as well.
Magnamut and then the fountain, because as turn player Anthony has to be Chainlink 1 right here.
Ah yeah,
which
that's right.
allows
Chainlink 1,
Joshua
so
to
he
just
can resolve the fountain first, yeah. So
Yeah,
doesn't
still gets
doesn't
value
really
here.
matter.
Turn player priority. His fountain is always
matter-
gonna come
yeah,
last
it
in the
matters,
chain
it
there.
matters.
That doesn't really matter then. So fountain is gone, but Joshua still has drawn 2 cards.
Must be some hand traps there if we're not
I mean,
using any other runics, I suppose.
Still have the turbulence, right? It's set 4. Turbulence set 4. It goes
Alright,
through.
Turbulence going to activate the
Yeah.
effect to set from the deck here. We already have
That's
one.
strong.
It's going to be potentially...
Solid, the solid
3
turn though
more.
by Anthony again.
Oh.
Once again, trying his best to stay in this.
Extinguish, contain, and emergency. Search that at the deck here.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's no alert, given that it's been banished before.
You can only
we
set
can recur
3,
that
but still
with,
strong.
Headquarters if necessary, but I think Anthony's already actually sent the headquarters from
Yeah.
the hand, so the long game is not what Anthony wants to play here, I think.
You can now
Phase
not
is
activate them
used,
because there's no
remember, so we
hydrant
do
on
have
the
some
field.
options available. Normal summon
Normal
Ash
summon of Ash.
Blossom.
Yeah.
What is the set card from Josh?
It's not how you counter Fountain. All right.
What is this
we
going into?
Have any kind of, I don't know, maybe an Almirage or something to climb up to some Cyberse plays, maybe?
But we
Yeah,
are gonna
maybe.
see Joshua right here actually prompted a response.
Drew his
Gonna
worm.
summon the Druid's Worm.
Regain, draw 1.
Resolution, the Regain gets the recycle.
Draws so many cards.
Jerry. We can draw
Insane.
1 more card off of Regain.
Yeah, and this
It's unfortunate that he cannot. Ah, okay,
As
just to get the
mentioned,
hydrant
we
back on the
knew
field.
that
Oh, yeah, Ash is dead. Oh, that's
Double
rough.
star
That's
and
rough.
Ash
That
Blossom
play.
in
Okay, packs it
response
together.
here.
And that's it.
All right, all
That's the
right.
final nail in the coffin for Anthony.
Will be.
So we have game 3 and not a lot of time left, which is definitely something to keep in mind here. 1-1. 9 minutes.
Can't hear it at home, but the crowd here has given us a loud roar for this game number 3. We've gone tooth and nail to
One card
fight
combo,
through this
airlifter,
entire
emergency.
huge tournament that we've got here, and Anthony pushing through. Joshua equally
Okay,
involved
Simple
with a
wanted to get the
massive,
Diabellstar. Yeah.
just
Diabellstar.
huge back and forth from both players over the last game or two, and now it's time
Drops
for Anthony
airlifter.
playing at lightning
Wow.
speed.
Yeah, he plays so fast.
recognizing-
It looks like as if only
Simple
1 minute
spoils.
remaining, no?
Yeah, he's playing as if we've got 30
Hydrant.
seconds on the clock here, but I think he sees the lines, the combos. He's probably done
Because
this a
now
million
the cool
times
thing,
already,
because
and
you have
so
the
it's just
emergency
about
still in the
flexing
hand,
those,
now you can dodge an
memory of,
imperm on your
combo lines
turbulence.
here as we try and set up as quick as possible, because Anthony does know for sure that Josh's deck, the Runick deck, can defend
Okay,
itself
searches preventer.
really, really well, and is super.
Then he has
resilient
another way to
damage
get to
he can just
turbulence.
Hold out here, and so he knows that he's going to need multiple turns in order to try and deal damage and get to a battle phase that actually facilitates some damage for him.
And by the way, just saying, this is the first.
Just to get into the grave, now he has turbulence, I guess.
Okay. But I mean, the speed is quite impressive from Anthony, as mentioned. And
Joshua does not seem to have
there are 8 minutes
interruptions.
And,
Obviously, the Bystials are not super useful here as interruptions, unfortunately for him. Okay, uses emergency now, so this one you could use to dodge.
It resolves. Great news for Anthony.
I guess you go for the turbulence now, yeah. But I mean, now Imperm would...
from the field here, and now
Or is it a Linkuribu? It's a Linkuribu, not the one that can negate traps, right? If I'm correct.
Onto the field here from the deck to be able to start disrupting plays and then try and get to that battle phase on the turn 3 and deal some damage, as we are hitting just about 7 minutes on the clock here. Josh is thinking long on this turbulence here. Do we have a response for it? And that is Nibiru, the primal being!
Solid.
Would you believe it? The rock comes down. Yeah, you were counting for a reason, I suppose. Nibiru comes down here on the summon of turbulence.
Chains Jerusalem.
Oh, and the chain of Jerusalem in response as well. So that's going to send the token. And Josh is just summoning a 3000 body. They're preventing the turbulence from being summoned.
Not sure why you think thinks the token is so dangerous, but
now, that was the big play that he had available to him, was the turbulence.
Preventer.
Yeah, that's crazy from
you can get the
Joshua.
turbulence back.
Just what you needed there. Perfect pair in hand. And
or not.
Wow. Anthony, just gonna pass play.
Oh, that's rough.
Sends one card to pass turn here as Josh in the end phase another Magnamut.
Oh,
and
that's
he's got 3 targets
even
as well,
rougher.
because the Dark Monsters Linkuribu was made in
the
the
nip really made an impact.
Phase 4 Lebellion, the Bestial Aliber, whatever you want, and that's going to give you. Well, I mean, as long as Josh doesn't activate a Runick card, he can deal some sort of damage, surely, only through one singular back row remaining from Anthony, completely out of resources. That Nibiru wiping away the entire field. Unbelievable. This is an incredible game.
Oh my. I mean,
Quem,
and we got the
Cartesia.
normal summon Quem
as well.
Huge normal summon with Lebellion as well in the hands here. And forget dealing a little bit of damage. I think we could potentially try and go for game right now. Huge
what I was
swing
saying,
here.
The Preventer unfortunately can, because there's no other Rescue Ace monster, not use its quick effect Book of Moon.
Glued to Joshua and this weekend, and well, this is an amazing turn.
I don't know what happened. We had a nice little slow back and forth over the last game or two. Big technical plays, but now we are just lighting the fire here as both players going all in.
Strong.
There is the Baron, the floor being summoned now, activating the effect to destroy the last spell and trap card, the only spell and trap card on the field. It's an infinite impermanence being forced out here.
Just let it go through.
Sure.
Yeah, no, you're fine with that because Baron can only be used once.
He has no hand cards? Okay, he has one hand card?
Let that
two?
resolve, and you've got 3000 damage through to the life points directly. Does Josh have any more here?
I mean, he cannot kill him, probably.
Unbelievable turn of events here. What a huge swing. And it looks
Saronia.
like we have the activation in hand of what appears to be another Bestial.
Yeah, yet another one.
Finishing Quem.
That's the one he added with the Magnamut.
I mean, if you would have used the Baron's effect on the Preventer, it would have been game.
Send it at some point, linked away to dump Lebellion.
But I mean, you never know.
I think we're just trying to find some damage right now.
I think it's right to destroy the back row.
I think it will have the bottom phase. No.
You know, in hindsight, if Josh just destroyed the monster and negated the Imperm, I think we would have had more than enough for a game, honestly. But all right, this is still going to be working out quite nicely. Saronir sends, Lebellion summoned out. Going to send the card to the graveyard, set up regained. No access to Runick cards so far, but obviously no reason to use them early.
Doesn't need them.
This works out. I mean, the Runick cards carried him all weekend, but right here in game 3 might win without a single Runick card.
Yeah, no, he just needs to get to the battle phase and deal some damage, and then we can handle that later.
Duality.
That's duality being activated, spinning away the Lebellion, summoning out the deck. The extra deck, rather. Scarlight Red Dragon Archfiend for damage in time if necessary. I don't know if it's going to be required, but Duality's bonus effect in the graveyard, recycling a light and a dark to draw another.
Draw one. Yeah, I think it can destroy quick effect, special summon monsters, and do 500 for each.
Another card. Can we facilitate or see any other pieces of the puzzle?
So as of right now, you're missing 500 damage.
Just go for game.
Pure bestial.
How much damage can we even do here? We can do
75.
6,000 and then affect, destroy. That's going to be 75. We just need 500 damage.
I think that is 75. Yeah.
Do we have anything else? Josh just needs 500 damage from the hand in the battle phase to be able to take this out here. Looks like we're going into the battle phase. Nibiru, the primal being, attacks over, and the preventer actually floating back into the lift here. Very important.
That's right. He can resummon.
Chooses not to negate with the Baron effect here.
Yeah, because it's negated by impermanence.
Yeah, of course, the infinite first did resolve earlier. Yeah, okay.
But wait a second, because I have a doubt. Wasn't the same regain column as the impermanence? I'm just noticing.
I think hang on, that was the that was the imperm column.
I'm pretty sure it was the same impermanence column.
Did we use regain draw effect?
Yeah, it was the same column as the regain, right? But we haven't used any of the effects, I think. So just let's keep that in mind, I think, yeah? Right? But just as a,
Okay.
Just to remind, I guess, us if it ever happened. But I don't think we drew a card, right?
No, I'm not sure that we actually recycled anything, because we only... did we recycle the cards? We only have one banished monster. Although we summoned, what, was it 2 Bystials? One of them was Link Karibo, one of them was the Quem.
I think it should be okay, right? Because
it goes into SP, I guess.
Column, but
I don't think they were used, though, right? No. So for now, all good.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. That's good.
So yeah, 5,000 damage has been dealt here, linking away the Nibiru and the Scarlight Red Dragon Archfiend. Doesn't need to use the effect to burn here because we've done 3,000 in the battle phase, linking away into SP Little Knight. Remember, we talked about that incredible synergy with Baron and the SP.
Absolutely.
Where did that came from?
Just
the
2 minutes remaining. This is quite a tough
or did you just read it?
Field to break and then deal damage. Wow.
I haven't used a single Runick
1 minute 40. Now he has to play fast.
So, you know,
needs to do damage.
Hydrant. Do anything, I suppose. Normal summoning Hydrant. And Anthony has 1 minute 30 seconds to
time is really rough.
SP regained, Baron,
can resummon
3,000 damage just to tie this up. Regained is going to resolve here on the summon of a monster, specials out the Druid's Worm from the graveyard. And now we're going to activate Hydrant.
Hydrant goes through.
Destroy this. Do we hold here? We're going to think for just a moment here.
It makes sense to negate it, right? Because you know that
negates and destroys.
All right, so
and then
Baron
what?
Negate.
Yeah.
Negate and destroy the Hydrant.
Is there anything else from
Here we go. Activate
Turbulence.
in the hand. Okay.
But the time is
not enough.
Oh my god, 1 minute remaining.
Time is ticking. Time is ticking. We're banishing 2 here. Special summoning Turbulence on summon.
What an ending.
We could use the Little Knight here. No, okay.
Alert
we're going to let that
get back to hand.
Here, and now we're going to reborn the Turbulence, it looks like.
There a response from Joshua.
Uses the SP to get rid of the Turbulence.
I think we are definitely going to have to use Little Knight here. Activates Little Knight, banishing.
No, it's only the Turbulence. 3,000 attack.
Hits the field here, but 30 seconds left
That's
on the
not
clock.
enough.
It doesn't matter if you can set 27
banishes Sinful Spoils, draws a card.
Damage.
One more card. What is it?
That's it. Off the Sinful Engine. Do we have anything else here? That's
Preventer, okay.
From the hand here.
Can book something now if he wants.
Summon hits the board. Can we
but then what?
Anything? 3,000, remember, 4 cards being set from the deck
10
here.
10 seconds left.
12 seconds, 11 seconds, 10,
no.
10 seconds, 9 seconds.
Here.
It's over.
And Anthony playing at lightning speed, even at 8 minutes.
And now at time he has to, he cannot go into the battle phase.
Supersonic speed, but
now he has to use the main phase to win, which he can't.
Any seconds now.
5,000 life points. Josh on 8k. And here we've got 2 bodies on the field setting off the Turbulence. Did we resolve the Turbulence yet?
Yes, we did. But only one target was left.
That's
so
insane.
Now, again, moments away. He's just trying to figure out what
he tries everything, but
can he even bring
there's nothing.
Anything back? Scarlight is
there's no way to do more than 3,000 in main phase 1.
Time has been called.
Time has been called.
There is no error on your screen. This is it. We need to do 3,000 damage in the main phase.
The deck cannot do 3,000 in the main phase.
It seems like it's just a matter of moments, and Joshua might have pulled this one off because there is no battle phase for Anthony.
But obviously a tough realization for Anthony that he has lost, so takes a moment, I guess.
Making some link plays here. What could we possibly commit to? 3,000 damage. Like,
I think he's just realizing what's going on, and unfortunately can't blame him unless there is some ace up his sleeve, really considering all of these lines. But
Final chance here. This is the end of the. It's the main phase. Like what we do. Like we're gonna go Hita. Okay. Hita, bring back the
lifter, yeah. But then what?
Do something with Celine maybe, because we have a spellcaster.
Yeah, Celine.
There is
Bring
the
back another monster into a Link 4.
Oh, SP, okay. And
we're gonna go
then it's a game.
Face down, okay.
The face down, chaining it. Runick Slumber.
Protecting the Baron, it seems.
Okay, protecting Baron from destruction.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
Wall up with Jerry or anything like that. Not needed.
It's over.
Yeah.
And that's it.
There is it.
That's it, GG. It's over. Joshua Schmidt takes down another YCS Bologna 2023.
Nice one.
Ladies and gentlemen, what an incredible match. What?
And that one with going, losing the coin toss, basically. Yeah, guys, this was the finals. YCS Bologna. Let me know in the comments what you think of these types of videos. Do you think they are cool? Do you not like them? Let me know, guys. Otherwise, let me know in the comments what you thought of these finals. I thought it was a pretty nice best of 3, pretty long game. Quite interesting here, good plays. And yeah, I just enjoy watching the TCG tournaments as you might know, also play the TCG. It differs. Sometimes I play more TCG, sometimes I play more Master Duel. It differs on the format and how much I like it at the moment. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think. Otherwise, thanks for being here, and we will see each other in the next one.